Ugh. I'm turning 30. Ugh. No, okay. In a few months, I'm gonna turn 30. I was gonna have this, like, raging party, like, legit, like, in a hotel, catered, all this shit. I was gonna have, like, a poker theme with tables, and I was gonna, like, beer pong, and I was gonna have, like, this ice sculpture, and a bartender, and hot bitches walking around. Like, I had this, like, legit plan. I figured it was gonna cost me about $4,000, $5,000, and then I thought about it, and I was like, ugh. Problem is, my birthday's in the summer, and there's so many other things that I want to spend money on that aren't throwing into a birthday party. Like, I want to go to way more Jets games this year. I want to go to Vegas, and I want to go to New Year's Eve in Times Square. So I don't think I can do Vegas this year because I'm gonna do Times Square, which is gonna be like probably $300-$400, which is insane because I literally live like 30 minutes outside the city. So how is it gonna cost me $300-$400? Well, because I'm not gonna be pig penned. I'm gonna pay for a legit party, and it's gonna cost that much because it's like, you know, your typical New Year's Eve party on roids because you're in the middle of Manhattan. So, you know, you're gonna pay for the open bar and like the 17 courses of food, which I want none of that. And then they all have like a roped off front where you could see the ball drop, and that's all I really want. So, that has to happen this year. So it's like, okay, so that's gonna be like $400. And then Vegas, I mean, if you're gonna go to Vegas, you gotta do it right. Like, no fucking around. Sorry, not sorry. So that's gonna be a pretty penny. You know, I probably need a few grand for that. And then Jets games, I mean, you know, you're looking at like $100, $200 per game for the seats I want, for the drinks I want, and then transportation. So I have all this other shit that I want to do and not spend money on a birthday party. So I kind of like waited out, and then because I figured, so I got a few best friends in my life that I would obviously want there, and they're all like far away, and it never makes sense for them to come to me. Like, I should just go to them. It's just easier. So there's all these complications. I'm like, I'm not gonna make my friends come see me and just to drink for one night. I mean, granted, you fuckers should throw me a surprise party, just saying, but it just doesn't make sense. So I personally wouldn't be sad about turning 30 and drinking a beer on my porch thing here and looking at the stars. Granted, it would be nice if I had some company of the sexual kind. But hey, yeah, it is what it is. So, 30th birthday plans, I don't have any. And I feel like when people are like, oh, what'd you do for your 30th? Most people are like, oh, I stayed in and I like did nothing. Or my friends took me out. And it's like, I'm gonna probably be like, I hung out with Mr. Ava. Which is fine. So I feel completely fine about turning 30, and I think it's like you learn the most about yourself in your 20s, and it's like I was growing and I was like this flower, and now that I'm 29, it's like the flower's open, and when I turn 30, I'll just turn and face the sun, because I feel good about where I'm at in my life. I feel good about who I am, what I want, what I don't want, and you're never gonna be 100% have everything fall into place with you. You know, I used to think that if I had the house and the car and the relationship and a job and everything like was in place, that that equates to like happiness and like crossing some finish line. And like that's not how it goes. It's like you could have all those things, which I have, and then still wake up the next day and something unexpected could happen, or like your husband could cheat on you, or your daycare goes up $50,000. I don't know, but you're never fully prepared. There's always emergencies, there's always unexpected things, and it's like in your 20s you really grow to learn and harness the tools it takes to make it through the rest of your life, I think. And I'm pretty pumped about the rest of my life. So that's all I gotta say. I'm excited for turning 30. I trimmed the fat a lot this last couple years and got rid of people I lost as friends, which is fine because, you know, I guess they really weren't friends, or maybe I wasn't a really good friend. I don't really know. I don't know. But right now I'm just kind of living and enjoying life. And turning 30, it's like a milestone for everybody. Like, signifies you're finally done with like being a kid and being reckless and all that shit. But like, I don't think that's true. All turning 30 is just like, I don't know. It's just another day. It's just another year. I may be turning 30, but I certainly live life like I'm 21. How could you not? Like, everything is so fun. I just like, I don't know. I never was the type to want to be, I was like always afraid to like settle down and like have kids and like be married and then have my Sundays be spent at like someone's wedding or someone's christening or some fucking thing. I don't know, like Boy Scouts. I don't fucking know. I thought that's how life was supposed to be and how things were supposed to go, and you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. At that, let's say you're doing all that stuff. There's nothing in the world that says that you have to keep doing it. Like, you could stop. Like, you could change your mind. And I think that's the beauty of getting older. You realize that, like, you don't have to be bound by your, like, past self's convictions. Like, you could do whatever you want whenever you want. Granted, it's gonna be a little selfish if you choose to, I don't know, like, up and leave your family or, like, you know, cheat on your husband or wife. Yeah, that's a little selfish. But you know what? We're all humans, and we all have things we want to do. And no one should ever settle, and no one should ever be unhappy. Okay? So you gotta do what makes yourself happy. And that's it. And once you got that down, like, the world is a whole new place. So I'm excited about turning 30. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But here's a toast to my future self. And I hope everybody else enjoys Sunday Fun Day. Okay? We're done.